you to our sponsors, of course. And I gotta say, you know, the Street Fighter voice has been announcing our players. He's been feeling a little blue lately. I don't know. How do you feel, Street Fighter voice?
I am happy.
Oh, that's good, because I was worried about you.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm relieved. Are you relieved, Moletrap?
I am very relieved.
I'm relieved for the Street Fighter voice.
He's happy. I wonder if he's going to treat himself to a drink.
Well, you know, he went to space. I was worried he wanted some time to himself and all that. But here's our Zerg player. Needs to win this game. He is. Yeah, she sounds scary, man. She's scary. And CoCa, you know, he doesn't need to win this game to win the series or anything, but he does. I feel like he really does need to win this game to get his personal momentum back. You talked about that a lot during the break, and it's absolutely true. You really do need that personal momentum to do well in these longer best of situations.
There we go.
CoCa fan there. Wow, that one using all sides of the cheerful. It's not going to be a 3-0. All right, I couldn't read that fast enough.
I couldn't read it at all.
All right.
Well, I mean, I could read it, but I wouldn't know what it said.
I'm getting better. I learned a lot of. I actually learned a good amount of Korean from spending so much time with the Korean players this week at IPL. Yeah.
Awesome.
I was asking him all this kind of stuff on the plane ride. I learned the Korean for "Don't bother me, I'm trying to sleep." I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We all had fun. They're really nice. Every time I had a question, they would answer it.
So Happy. Gone for his barracks. He's walling off at his choke, but that's not a barracks at all. That's a command center walling off his choke. He's gone for command center first into refinery. Very cool. So very interesting, yeah.
I like it.
And CoCa's gone for his hatchery first. And he's sent out a drone to the front of his base to just see if any SCVs are coming in.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen a Terran player go refinery first after command center first. There's a lot of possibilities behind it, certainly, but I've never seen it before. I'm really curious to see what Happy is going to do out of this. Take a drink. I'm sure if that was... What? There's a GSL drinking game with Doa every time I say I'm curious to see, or I'm interested to see what the players are going to do. I say that every game. You notice that? But it's true.
I hadn't noticed, actually.
I'm always curious about it.
No, Curious was in Code A.
Yeah, he won Code A.
Yep.
4-0. See, I leave for a couple days, and there's a one-sided Code A finals. That's what happens when I'm not around. You guys.
Well, you can't leave anymore then. You're stuck in Korea forever. That's horrible. So yeah, Happy has gone into a factory. Of course, getting that refinery first almost always means a factory, and he's getting a reactor down next to his barracks, so he might actually make this kind of like a, instead of a reactor Hellion expand, he might have an expand Hellion reactor.
That's true.
Going for the reactor Hellions after, and never mind, planning down two more barracks as well.
Right. So this could be a medevac Hellion Marine drop. That sort of combination of things. Wouldn't be surprised all to see him start the starport soon after the factory goes down. Doesn't quite have the gas for it because he made that reactor, but we'll have to see what he has planned.
Maybe. Nope. Actually floating the factory above the barracks with the reactor. He wants to put the reactor on the factory instead.
Yeah, he's going to be basically making some Hellions for map control and then making some Marines. Putting the tech lab on the barracks. With that going down the barracks, I'm sure he's probably going to get some stim instead and then just add the starport on a little bit later for medevacs. But looks like regular old Marine tanks starting out with a little bit of Hellions for Happy, and that's a good thing to do on this map. I really think that Hellions do a good job of taking map control on a map like Telder and Melcher.
Yeah, I mean, this is especially good after getting that second orbital command before anything else. He's going to have a really super economy going as well. So, really smart move there. Now, of course, CoCa scouted the, going back to CoCa for a little bit, we've been talking about Happy a lot. He scouted that command center first, and so he was able to drone up really, really heavily. He only has a few Zerglings on the map right now. He's put a spine crawler at the front of his base, but other than that, he's just been making drones. So right now, he actually has a better economy than Happy at the moment.
Yeah, this spine crawler is not going to really do, or the Hellions rather, are not going to do too much to the economy of CoCa there with that spine crawler and the Queen in a pretty good position. Zerg players are getting really, really good at defending against like numbers of 2 and 4 Hellions.
Yeah.
If a player makes like 6 or more, it can be a little bit hairy, but the early Hellions that Terrans are making are becoming very easy to defend against. In fact, you see a lot of Zerg players now get a quicker Roach War and make just like 7 Roaches and put pressure on the Terran instead because of the prevalence of this reactored Hellion opening in TVZ. Now, CoCa's not doing that, but I would watch for that. Watch for that, Moldrack.
I'll look out for it. Happy is getting stim. He only has the one tech lab, and there's the starport on the reactor as expected, as you mentioned, Doa.
Yep.
And he's found his third base.
I see.
Synchroned it off to the side, forced to cancel his spine crawler.
That's why Hellions are so nice. He's going to have to cancel both of those, and that Queen is going to wish she had never popped out of the ground. Those Hellions are going to absolutely own her.
Yes,
Goodbye,
they
Queen.
are. Goodbye, Queen.
Yep.
You are now a hunk of charred flesh.
That's right.
Interesting decision of CoCa to go for that 6 o'clock base. The reason why he did that is because he didn't want to make units to take out the rocks at his third, and he wanted to get that third up as early as possible to match the quick command center of Happy. So he needed to get the third up quickly, and he couldn't afford to spend time breaking down the rocks. His Overlord's going to see exactly what's going on. Is he actually going to see? Let me check. Let me check. It only saw 2 of the barracks.
That's enough. He saw exactly what he needs to see to know what his opponent is doing.
Yeah.
So he knows his opponent's going Marine tank. Now he can prepare accordingly. I like CoCa's idea to take that third base in that location to... it's not a place where a lot of Terrans would normally scout, but Happy is just really on top of things this game.
Yep. Well, he might have even kind of known, he might have seen through that logic that CoCa went through and been like, all right, well, actually, if I went this and he doesn't have any units out, because I've only seen a couple Zerglings, then he's got to have a third somewhere. I need to look around for it.
Yeah, he didn't see any roaches or anything like that either, so his gamer sense was tingling, his star sense.
That's right. Zergling's going to run in the front and see what's going on. Nope, can't quite fit between those depots, sorry.
That Zergling just looked like a happy little puppy trying to get to the base. He just died. That was sad.
And there is a huge attack. Speaking of happy puppies, Happy is going to be a puppy. I don't know how that works, but he's going to kill off this third base in a moment if CoCa doesn't do something soon.
Happy's puppies are advancing on this base, but does CoCa have enough? Oh, gets a good surround on the Hellions, but not enough Zerglings. This base is going to be taken out pretty quickly, I think.
That was a beautiful surround, but Hellions do so much damage to Zerglings, and he had several of them, so especially with the Marine support, takes out all those Zerglings very quickly. And
he's going to camp these eggs, make sure nothing comes out of here and lives. One Zergling gets away to tell the others.
There goes the short-lived third of CoCa. Now he is getting some more Zerglings and Banelings out.
Spire just started as well, so he'll be able to start to put on the Muta Harass a little bit, and that'll be good for kind of finally giving him some breathing room, because it's going to kind of force Happy to defend well against it.
I think he's hoping to catch him and and sandwich him and get the Banelings in the mix as well. Banelings, the Marines are cornered. Oh, beautiful. 2 Banes take out the most of those Marines that were left.
Yeah, really nicely done by CoCa to trap those units there. And this will be great. This is actually exactly what CoCa needed to do.
Exactly.
To prepare Happy's base as well for the Muta Harass. He needed to take out a lot of those Marines. He can take a third safely now. And so CoCa is definitely back in this game for sure.
Yeah, he definitely needed that. He's trying to remake his third at the sort of the 7 o'clock position, in the closer position. Baneling speed is almost finished. And yeah, he's been making he's been making lots of Zerglings, not too many Banelings. So he's going to have the money for some Mutas when his Spire pops in a moment.
I don't know.
Actually, no, he's not going to have the money for it because he sees his attack and he made a lot of Banelings in response.
I don't know. CoCa was planning on trying to bust the front. In fact, he still might. Yeah, he's going up to the natural. CoCa's going to try to bust the natural at Happy's base with some Zerglings and Banelings. As we see Happy putting some pressure on some tanks and Marines as well. I'm watching that mini-map. Oh, here we go. CoCa, I don't think this is enough, man.
No, he should have held back for more. And he's actually...
the other side. And the timing didn't quite work out.
No, that was... That was a good idea, but not executed very well. If he'd come in from both sides at the same time, that could have worked really well, but instead CoCa just timed it incorrectly. Oh,
nice Marine stutter stepping by Happy, and he takes out the natural. Wow, looks like 2 Mutas flooded that natural and exploded. That was an exciting way to be born, huh?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
If every time you lost a Happy, you got a couple extra Mutas.
That'd really mess up CBC.
That'd be handy.
All right, and just too many Marines. GG.
GG.
WIWI is actually the Korean characters for GG on the keyboard, but he had it set on English, so there you go. I'm happy. he's happy too. He's happy about going up 2-0 here.
He still looks pretty solemn, but I'm sure he's happy on the inside. CoCa.
That guy's not happy.
No, he's not happy at all.
Well, poor CoCa. He's he took a risk that game. I thought it was a good risk, but it was a risk just the same, and it paid off. There's the IM coach there. He's pretty happy so far with the performance of his player. He's grown some nice Clydeburns himself, isn't he? Yeah, wow, look at that. It's becoming a trend. I guess Clydeburns is
there you go.
a fashion trendsetter here in Korea.
I almost had some Clydeburns going myself, but I decided to get a haircut the other day.
If my hair isn't all like teased up and stuff, I have some pretty nice ones. They're like down at the bottom of my ears now, but I just really need a haircut. I don't have the luscious, thick Korean hair. I've just got this kind of a little bit thinner Northern European hair.
There you go.
Yep. I don't know if it would work too well on me. I think I should get a haircut.
What, a Korean-style haircut? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Or the Clydeburns?
Both. I don't think that would look as good on me. I don't know. We're going to take a 5-minute break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with more action between CoCa and Happy right after this. This is the GSL Codes.